It's Friday, September 8th. Bob Price on Canada's Business Beat, brought to you by Eric Potato of eXp Realty, your BC, Thompson, Okanagan, and Shuswap lakefront specialist. And surprisingly good economic news to take us into the weekend, with StatsCan noting a gain of around 40,000 jobs in August. Although with more Canadians now looking for work, the nation's overall unemployment rate is unchanged at 5.5%. Alberta leading the way with 18,000 new hires, cutting its jobless count from 6.1 to 5.7%, BC adding 12,000 paychecks to reduce its unemployment rate to 5.2 from 5.4%. Certain uncertainty in the aftermath of this week's Bank of Canada decision to hold its key lending rate at 5% even. Bank Governor Tiff Macklem advising a Calgary business audience that while the central bank's inflation target is now within sight, he's still not ready to promise that borrowing costs won't be going up again. The next BFC interest rate review, October 25th. Broadcasting around the world on Twitter, TikTok, and wherever you get your favorite podcast, it's Canada's Business Beat, proudly sponsored by Eric Potato of eXp Realty. Considering a move to BC's wine country? Eric is your BC, Thompson, Okanagan, and Shuswap Lakeview specialist at OkanaganLakefrontProperties.com. Amid the latest warnings from federal officials that this year's record wildfire season could stretch into fall or even winter, those many blazes are costing taxpayers more, with the federal government committing a further $65 million for new firefighting equipment in BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, the Yukon and Northwest Territories, and Nova Scotia. All aboard Canada's national passenger train service, Via Rail, has just declared that business and overall traffic is finally back to pre-pandemic levels, although they still aren't making money, a loss of $120 million in the latest quarter. Not the most promising start for contract talks in the auto industry in the U.S., where the UAW is describing General Motors' first offer as insulting. The workers' current contract deal set to expire on the 14th. And that will do it for your Friday. Thank you for listening. Bob Price on Canada's Business Beat, brought to you by Eric Potato and OkanaganLakefrontProperties.com.